Warframe Wednesday. Holy cow, it's back with the appropriate alliteration. We're doing the Archon hunt. It's just, we're doing it. It's just what we're doing. It feels like it's been forever since I played Warframe and did the Archon hunt. And there have been a couple of things that have changed in Warframe, which I'm really pleased with. First of all, there's been some UI updates and pet updates. So now, sorry, I was interrupting Lotus here. Hi. Just gonna keep coming, huh? You know, I was really hoping to explain to people the new things, but hey, I can do that right now. Check it out. When you pause the game, you can see what the heck all your buffs are now. Instead of just being like, I wonder what all these icons mean. I don't know. But, yeah, as you can see, now they've disambiguated a bunch of stuff. And, even better, they, change it so pets no longer die permanently. If they get knocked down, they no longer, like, go into a bleed out state. They go into a recovery state. And, they will eventually get themselves back up, and you get to keep your vacuum and your radars while they're doing that. Also, as you might have noticed, there's a little accessibility option now where you can outline enemies in a bit of red so they stand out against the terrain, which is really helpful because though I may not be disabled in terms of sight, it sure does feel like I am sometimes when these enemies are, you know, against the background and I can't see them for the life of me. And when they shoot through terrain like that, that's also very rude. So now the enemies glow a little red, and you can turn that on and off. And I turned it on because, as I mentioned, I feel like I'm blind sometimes when the enemies have camouflage that matches the terrain they're in. So I appreciate just the gentlest of red hints to make me feel like less of an idiot. Oop. Ran right into the grenade there to get that finisher. Fortunately, my shields were up. Not that they hurt that much. I am on Valkyr, where I don't die ever, because Valkyr has an absurd amount of armor. I think it has an even more absurd amount of armor now. I don't know. They changed a few things with the mods. Not a lot, but a few. It's mostly the numbers mostly stayed the same, but they kind of disambiguated it a bit, because basically people were confused how the math went for most mods, where it's like, hey, you get plus 440% health, and then you slap on the plus 440% health, and it only like somewhat doubles your HP. Pardon me, I have to blow my nose. And anyway, the reason for that is because what those mods did was they only increased your base hit point level. And your Warframes, as you level them up and increase their rank, they gain some levels. They gain energy and hit points and armor depends on the Warframe how much of what they get. So anyway, you would rank up your Warframe to have like 300 health, and you'd still only have like, you know, maybe 1200 health from the 440% of health modifier thing, and it's just like, what the heck, man? This isn't nearly what was advertised. So they changed it now. Now the mods scale a great deal less. Well, the mods are a lot less. Now it's only like plus 100%, but it scales off of your rank. So it doesn't change like very much. But what it does do, what am I even shooting over there? I can't even tell. I think I killed it. Oh. Anyway. So anyway, what it does is it ends up being about the same when you rank up your Warframe. Does, however, make Warframes a teeny bit more fragile when they first start out. So, you know, there's that little deal, but, you know, most of your HP gains when you rank up Warframe come from like the first 5 levels anyway. So it's not that much of a change. They also changed shield gating as well because, well, that's complex and I don't even use shield gating, so if I had to I couldn't explain the intricacies of them before, and I certainly can't now. But let's just say they change it so that instead of you wanting a tiny shield that breaks so you get more shield gating invincibility, now the invincibility when your shield breaks scales with how big your shield is and how much of it broke. They also did the smart thing where they decided, hey, instead of you having to wait forever and a day to have your shields come back, and you're just kind of dancing around hoping that you don't die before your shields return, that maybe those shield mods that you hope would increase your survivability, maybe they also reduce the amount of time you have to wait for your shields to recharge. So they encouraged both getting bigger shields and you know, having it recharge faster. So those are all positive changes in my book. Maybe a more proficient Warframe player can tell me about how it sucks and it ruins all of their builds and they hate it and I'm a moron for thinking that way. But I think it's fine. And I think it would be very fun to play Hildren with the new changes because they'll actually have some amount of, like, survivability when their shields are gone. Not that you ever want your shields to be gone when you're playing Hildren. This very normal thing is happening. That's cool. But anyway, they also made a small change to the Archon hunts, where the Archon isn't, well, okay, so mayhaps unsurprisingly, the devs weren't big fans of us loading up the Kuvahek and shooting the boss twice in the face to beat it. And they very wisely realized that the reason people were doing that is because they are giant HP sacks with an absolutely absurd amount of padding. so to say. It means they reduce damage from big hits. So like any big hitting weapon kind of like only minorly tiny chipped away at its health. It sucked, which is why the heck was so good, because it was a shotgun that could shoot all 4 of its shots at once. And so it hit many times with small hits, so the massive damage reduction didn't affect it quite as much. But they changed that. Thank God. While it does make it so that the Kuvahek, my Archon killer, no longer one-shots, or, 5 shots in my case, because I didn't optimize it whatsoever. It no longer, it no longer basically one-shots the Archon, or 4-shots it. In fact, it does very, normal damage now, which, you can consider to be a good or a bad thing, depending on your feeling about that. But now, it just, everything kind of just does, it does less damage, because, the Archon is tanky, and does not just, fall over to any damage, but all weapons kind of have normalized damage now, and that means, well, I can no longer cheese it with a really well-placed shotgun to the face. What I can do is just use my normal weapons and do very appreciable damage. So I don't need to putz around with any special loadouts to do the solo Archon hunt anymore, which I'm a huge fan of. I like that a great deal, because I like my usual loadouts, and I'm not honestly that big a fan of the Kuvahek. It's great and all. Ow. Who did that? Go die. What was I saying about the Kuvahek? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. It's a fine shotgun. It does its job, and that job is unload an entire magazine into somebody's face to one-shot them. Which, definitely is fun, but, nothing beats my trusty Fulman. Let's just be clear about that. I do loves me zap gun, and I plan to use it pretty much forever. Oh yes, allies also glow blue, so now you're no longer probably snapshotting your allies whenever they show up in your screen at any second of any point. Not that there's friendly fire, but still, it's a little embarrassing to be grouped up with somebody and then, unload into their face for a second before you're like, oh wait, you're not an enemy, my bad. So maybe I'll even get embarrassed by that slightly less. Who knows? That'll be cool to find out at some point in the future. Hello, yes. I just realized I haven't talked about any of the missions I'm doing. I'm doing the Archon Hunt missions as if that wasn't abundantly clear. But, the first one's Exterminate. What was there to say about it apart from walk around and shoot mans? And now I'm doing the defense mission with everybody's favorite snarky Solaris, Chipper. We all love Chipper. Hi, Sandy. Woo! That guy nearly got a rocket off, which I'm not a fan of, generally. Anyway, because it's a defense mission, I'm on Octavia because, well, I mean, look at her. all the enemies do is chase my murder ball around, and it murders them. And it's like they're barely even touching Chipper. Barely. I mean, he's taking a little damage, but I'm sure it's fine. I wouldn't even worry about it. Hello, sentient, with your massive damage reduction. Oh, there you guys are. I was wondering when you'd show up. Oop, hello, yep. Nope, do not disco ball. You're not allowed. Thank you. Goodbye. Little trouble with the pathfinding there, madam? Go, little murder ball, shoot them while I am invisible. Oh wow, there's a lot of people coming up the stairs, aren't there? I guess because Chipper's here. It's fair. They are trying to kill him after all. He's the one doing the scan to find the Archon. But still, rude. Go away, please, and thank you. Also, I didn't give him my secondary weapon. I should do that. It's not like I'm shooting it at any point. I mean, I could shoot it at some point, but... But why would I when I have my trusty Pullman? Bye. Oof. Took a little damage there, Chipper. Wish I could heal you in any way, shape, or form. It's fine. If he goes down, I'll just get him back up on his feet. Pezul, will you stop being just utterly weird for like a split second? He refuses. Go away. Where is Chipper? Oh, he's over here. Oh, he's taking cover. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Take cover when many mans are trying to shoot directly at you. This is not where you wish to be, Chipper. This is a poor idea, going off completely on your own very far away from me. Maybe don't do that. This is... Yeah, there's not much to say about this defense mission, apart from, you know, hopefully Chipper stays somewhat near me, so he doesn't just, you know, run off into nowhere and die. I prefer he didn't do that. But you know, sometimes you know they find a dude they need to murder and they'll murder them, no matter what. Ah, hi. Don't do that. Goodbye. Thank you, sir. Another senti. Ah, God, he's spinning. He's a spinny boy. Don't do that. I don't know why Chipper calls me Margaret. Maybe that was like his ex-wife's name, and so, you know, he calls anybody who even slightly annoys him Margaret. Probably that's why she was his ex. We're making an entire backstory for Chipper right now, aren't we? Maybe he has one. And somewhere in the codex I have yet to read. Who knows? These are mysteries that could be solved by reading, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to shoot mans in face as Valkyr. And no, I did not update the textures on my Valkyr horns. But I'm bad at making textures, and you should be glad that I managed to shape it even remotely correctly, because I'm a novice at Blender. Hello, sir. If you could just not be alive, I'd appreciate that a lot. You too. Oh, hi. No spinning on the defense target, please. Thank you. Oh, hi. You're a big dude. Goodbye. It does feel like they're taking it personally. Ow! Oh, that'll kill me. Yeah, that killed me. Alright. Awkward. Yeah, that guy shot me in the face with a rocket. Just like they did to Chipper just now. That'll one-shot you pretty much no matter what. Because as you might have noticed, not only does it put radiation on you so that you take friendly fire damage, you also get the biggest slashing damage bleed in the universe that completely ignores armor. So that's why it tends to absolutely trash me on Valkyr, because all of my defense comes from armor. Well, not all of it, but most of it. Ow, hey. Rude. But anyway, we're just gonna not worry about it. And next time I see a radiation rocket and it's too far out of range for me to actually hit, I will take cover instead of just being like, ooh, why my shooty gun no hit the mans? And then get shot in the face. Look at that tryhard. Isn't Chipper just great? He's absolutely not Chipper whatsoever, but we love him for it.
Ooh, someone needs some sense knocked into him.
And it's very fun when they shoot the murder ball with a rocket, because it splits that absolutely massive truckload of damage between everybody in the murder ball radius. And with my setup of maximum range Octavia, that's just kind of everybody. Oh, hello, sir. Didn't see you there. My apologies for ignoring you. Little group over here. Hopefully Chipper's not in the middle of it. He's just kind of outside, actually. Chipper! Goodness, sentients take a lot of shots. There you are. Oop, someone is next to Chipper, and I should solve that. Thank you. I think this is the last wave? Also, where are these people? Having a little trouble with your pathfinding there, sir. You okay? You okay? Oh, see, that's called a guide rail. It's the thing you don't go over. Okay, we solved it in a way. Pazul's weird. Anyway, I prefer having... So last time I did this, I basically just went on Valkyr and killed it with my claws, but we will see how we do this time. I'm going to swap this to my toxin and radiation build, and we're gonna see how much it does against the Archon. Should be just fine. We'll see. Should be fun as long as I don't die. But now that my, Valkyr claws do actual damage, I'll probably have an easier time of it, because if I get close to dying, I can just scream and slash everything to death, which is what Valkyr does best. Yeah, radiation gun does a bit less damage against Grineer, but oh well, we deal. You might notice that my pet's gaining overshield, or you might not notice, because, who would notice? Oh, hey, you have a weird blue bar on your pet health. What's that? That's because they changed linked health to, instead of merely healing your pet whenever you make a melee attack, it gives them overshields. Not a ton, but it stacks pretty high, so as you can see, as long as I just smack these sentients around with my paracesis, I can give her a nice, healthy, 1200 overshields, which keeps her from getting a status effect and from dying, which is a thing I'm a huge fan of, because anything that increases pet survivability, instead of just having them fall over pretty much whenever they get focused fired even slightly, is a big help. Although now you don't really have to care as much either, because, you know, if you happen to, if they happen to fall down, you still retain their radar and all of the benefits they're giving you. Because me, like every other Warframe person on the entire planet, uses loot and enemy radar on their pet. And also item pickup range. So when your pet dies and you lose your radar and your item pickup range, it sucks. But now it's always on, no matter what, and it's great. Hi Nira. How's the radiation of my Fallman doing? You likey? I mean, like, you're not taking a lot of damage from it. Gotta say. Also, I could have sworn I swapped to, ow, my roar build, but I apparently did not. But anyway, as you can see, my pet has fallen over because she stood in a lightning field and died, which, very normal. But as a nice bonus, she's now, instead of being dead, she's just recovering her health very slowly, leaving me to fight the Archon just normally. It's not a big deal, more or less. As you can see, without even my intervention, Miss Rufflesnuggs has recovered, for she is now immortal! Oh boy. Fine, we'll play her Now There's Ads game if we really must. Where are your weak points? I'm trying to laser pinpoint them, you know. It's very rude of you not to just fall over when I do. Ow. Hey Nira, don't shoot me while I'm busy with your buddies. Not fair. Gotta shoot their hip pouches, and they make that hard because they're constantly moving around. Hi. So yeah, even without the heck, my weapons are dealing fairly normal damage. It's not as optimized as it could be, probably, but it seems fine to me. Honestly, it makes me wonder if corrosion builds are better. Also, my pet fell over again. But she's getting herself back up slowly, and I can help her along. Boop! You're back. Welcome back, Miss Rufflesnuggs. Oh, it's gonna be so much less of a pain to have you around. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna love that new change so much. Pets will feel like something that helps you instead of something you have to babysit to keep your radar on. Amazing that. Wow, there's a lot of people down this hallway. Like a ton. Let's just Cycron them all to death. That sounds like a great idea. Bzzzt. We done? Is there any more? Are we good? I think we're good. At least we're getting better. Still an absolute truckload of you guys. Oop, and you're also on a big old turret that deals a ton of damage if I stand in front of it and let it shoot me. So, should probably not. Probably not stand in front of the turret and let it shoot me. Probably. Anyway, Phase 1's done. Time to kill the deacons and get their veils. And then I'm gonna open up the door and finally just kill Boreal for the final time, instead of just taking him to half health and then having him attempt to eat my face briefly. You actually dead? Couldn't tell. Anyway, after I read the patch notes, I know, crazy, I found out that you indeed are just intended to just fucking, like, roll through Arson Eximus's stuff. Or so it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to wall it, you're not supposed to, you just dodge roll into it. And if it felt weird that you could just dodge roll into fire and take little to no damage and not even to be affected by a status effect, that's because that's what they intend you to do. Which, like, weird, but I'm glad it was made clear. Anyway, hello, Deacon. Goodbye, Deacon. Lovely to see you. Let's deliver this back to the door. And kill anyone who's glowing orange and therefore has a rocket. I don't want shot at my face. Many of those guys. We kill them with great prejudice. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Hello. Yep. Hi. Yep, you're glowing orange. That means I'll bother shooting you. Yep. Excuse me, gentlemen. Need to place this thingamabobber in the what's-a here. Yep, that's a rocket. Yep. Needed to dodge that. Hey, don't pinball me around. It's rude. I probably don't want to get stuck in a like knockdown drag out fight with these jokers. I probably just want to like go. But sometimes you just feel like you want to just, you know, shoot the mans instead of running past the mans. What can I say? Sometimes the heart wants what it wants. And sometimes what it wants is murder. And not jumping into a tree branch. I like it when it's not the second one. I like it when it's not the first one either, but you know, sometimes you just gotta deal with your moods. If you can't handle me at my murder, you don't deserve me at my jumping into a tree branch. Yeah, that's a good way to absolutely absolve myself of any responsibility of having weird mood swings. Why be a better version of myself when I can just deflect blame? That's just a way better idea. I might be having a hot take and not realizing it. I should shut up and just kill the freaking deacon. The frickin' deacon. The freaking deacon? The freaking deacon. I decided it's the freaking deacon. Because it rhymes, so obviously we're going with that. Hello, sirs. I still have my war cry going, so I'm basically a blender with my sword now. Oh yeah, another really, really wonderful change is that now you can just hold down the melee button to combo instead of, you know, spamming the absolute living Christ out of it like you had to before, because if you have like an attack speed buff like say Warcry or any attack speed mod, you had to hit the button a lot. But now I can just hold it down. Now I can just hold it down and it's just like, hi, I'm just slashing forever now. Please enjoy it. It makes the attacks a little less precise, but you know, if you feel like you need more precise control over your melee hits, you can just go right back to tapping it. Nothing is stopping you. It's just like, you know, I just need to hold the attack button down and cleave through this giant pile of meat that's in front of me and trying to shoot me. Maybe that's just fine. Maybe I don't want to have to execute these complex combos. Maybe I just want to hit E until they die. Oh my god, will you please get up there? Thank you, me. Good job jumping. No, sir. Don't do that. Man, my war cry is still going, huh? That's fun. I mean, I'm not on my roar build, which means every time I kill someone with it, I gain a fairly... every time I kill someone with melee, I gain a fairly substantial buff to its duration. You know, if I'm not constantly killing, it doesn't work, but if I am, it's great. So, need to shoot your belts again. Yep. If you could just not, that'd be great. Oh my god. You know, my foeman's way better because it hits such a wide area, and I'm now realizing. So let's just do that. Let's just shoot your belts with a nice big electric shotgun. And finish it off. There we go. Much better. Hello. Oh, you're doing the thing. I was wondering when you were going to do the thing. You and your electric tornadoes and lasers that I just kind of stood in. Hello? Is this a summon add invincibility? It sure is. Alright. Fair enough. We'll go through that again. Just gonna shotgun your faces. Let me blast that last bit of the belt off, and we'll just call it a day. That'll be lovely. Thank you very much. Hello, Arson Eximus. I would prefer it if you didn't knock me down randomly. If you would. Now, where's the last dude? There you are. Okay, well, you're just gonna shoot your belt. There we go. Now you're vulnerable. Now you're proper vulnerable, and we can shoot you. Isn't that lovely? Everyone considers that to be lovely. Hello, Boreal. Pleased to be getting headshot many times with a very large electric shotgun. Yeah. Also, stop doing this. And pushing me back. I sense this is another ad phase. Sure is. Oh well. Hey, you guys want to like maybe funnel in here so that I'm not getting shot from all angles? That'd be cool. That'd be cool and good. I'd appreciate that. Hey. No shooting through the wall. That's not fair. Anyway. Let me grab the shard. Thank y'all. Alright. And that's a dead Boreal. Let's nip on over to the exit then. Shall we? goodness there's a lot of you between me and the exit. That's really unfortunate for you. Ooh, Tau Forged. Don't mind if I do. What else did I get this run? Oh, Kuva, yeah, right there in the mission complete screen where all the rewards are is the reward I got, Kuva, which is nice. I could re-roll some Rivens if I wanted to. I should really like do more of that, but like I don't want to buy more Riven slots. Anyway, yeah, that was the Archon hunt. That was fun. They also released a new Warframe that I'm currently in the process of farming, so hey, why don't I do that right now and show off the new thingy, because that'd be cool and fun, possibly even. I'm also leveling up our Gwenville. I finally got it. It's a sword and shield. Well, it's a mace and shield, but it's sword and shield for all other purposes. But anyway, they released Dagoth, or I think that's what he's called. I don't know. But anyway, what you need to do is you need to get a beacon from one of your reps, from one of your factions. It's a 5k rep per beacon. And that allows you access to the Abyssal place in Ceres. The Abyssal Zone, yes. What is a place if not a zone? But anyway, you get a whole bunch of like special materials, and you need like to complete the entirety of the Warframe. You need I think 102 of them, and to complete the weapon that goes along with it, you need another 80, or is it like 122? Anyway, you need 202 in total to get everything, so you're going to be doing this a lot. And I'm going to do it on Steel Path because it drops more of the rare thing I need. So why would I spend a beacon and get fewer rewards when I could spend a beacon to get more rewards? Is my feeling on that. And while part of my brain is like, yeah, but like these guys are level 140 on Steel Path, they're all tanky as heck, and you could pretty much die pretty easily in here. I say, yeah, but efficiency though. What about that is the thing. So yeah, this is a normal extermination mission with a bit of a twist. You do have to kill 171 enemies. That is how you win. But there's two little twists to it. One, as you might notice on the left there, you need a defixio. And what that is it's basically just a lantern. And if you're like, oh, well, that's weird, but doesn't sound particularly bad. Well, that's because the lanterns glow with a terrible light that debilitates you in some generally pretty nasty way. Like, all your shields are gone, or your health steadily drains, or you take damage while moving, or your ammo depletes slowly. So, like, yeah, it's a little dangerous. It can be a touch rough. So, yeah. There's 8, I think. There's either 8 or 4, depending on how many people are with you. The Defixios, I mean. And they're just scattered about the map, in, you know, somewhat sneaky locations. Sometimes the sneaky location is, you know, basically out in the open, and it's not that big a deal. But anyway, There's 4 of them, you only need to turn in 1. And if you turn in multiples, you don't get any extra rewards. So don't make the same mistake I did. Run through the level and like find all the Defixios you can and turn them in before you kill everything. Cause that's dumb, as it turns out. Oh, also, there's operatives hiding around. Go away. They don't want to be here. So if you talk to them, you can, you know, give them a transporter beacon or something that lets them teleport immediately out. And they'll tell you where one of the Defixios are, which is very handy, in case you don't want to search all over the place for them. Although, frankly, I find the Defixios easier to find than the operatives, which is kind of funny. Anywho, I got one marked on my map. There's 4 of them. I'm not interested in picking one up until I'm about done, because as I mentioned before, you have to carry it, and it has a pretty nasty debuff attached to it. And while I'm pretty confident in my ability to clear Steel Path without dying like an idiot, no reason to make it that much harder on myself, so I'm gonna just do the mostly just treat it as an exterminate mission until about the end. And then I will find one and take it to the end when enemies are at least less numerous, or I no longer am, like, legally required to deal with them. Oh, did you activate the lockout, you little so-and-sos? How dare you? Fine. We'll deactivate the alarms and release the lockout, if you must. Oh yeah. And of course, with every single Steel Path mission in existence, you got this fun dude. The Stalkers, who will try to murder you. And while they're not particularly durable, they do a small truckload of damage if you stand still and let them hit you. And if they knock you down, they vanish, and you lose all of their delicious rewards, which is 2 entire steel essence. But that happens every time you do Steel Path. Anyway, if you're wondering what this red unearthly screaming thing is, it's a Defixio, and this one is, hey, your health drains steadily. I'm not about that right now. We're just gonna keep going. We'll find one nearer to the exit that's a little less painful. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's the 2 twists. First is the Defixio, and the second twist to this otherwise normal extermination mission will happen after I blast the skulls of about 5 more people, I think. Anyway, you'll see. It's about ready to pop. And then we'll have some fun. There we go. I don't know if you could read that, but it said Eximus Stronghold is now active. So yeah, once you kill about half of the enemies you need to kill, after that's done, where did you knock me into? I don't even know. After that's done, it becomes an Eximus Stronghold, and so half of everything that spawns is an Eximus. Which is fun, because they have overshields and special abilities and are way tankier and harder to deal with. And that's gonna just be how it is for the rest of the mission. Hope you enjoy. Also, I have a shield. And I was like, hey, what if I blocked with my shield? Wouldn't that be cool? Because I am trying to level it up, because it's a new weapon I haven't leveled up, and that's pretty rare for me. Madam? You going somewhere? I guess. Anyway. There's more unearthly screams, which I'm pretty sure means a Defixio is on the upper level here. We might check that out, see if it's one that I don't mind carrying too much, because, you know, we're more than halfway done here. So it is approximately time I should concern myself with these horrible things. Your energy drains steadily. Is definitely not my favorite. Maybe we'll find a better one. And maybe not. Maybe I'll have to come back for that. But for now, we're gonna just send it. Bonk, hello. Bye now. I'm just gonna go ahead and scream for a little extra attack speed and armor, and that'll be lovely. Thank you very much, folks. Love that for us. Just bonk you a bunch, maybe get some affinities for this thing, because I would love to level it up. And then probably cease to use it, because, like, in theory I kind of like sword and shield builds, but on the other hand, like, in order to use the shield you have to block with it. Ow, that was a Blitz Xmas I just kind of stood in front of like a derp. I definitely deserve to get knocked down there. That was me being a baddie. Anyway, I like the sword and shield, but you have to like swap to melee exclusively to use the shield part. And you know, it's just that brief instant that keeps you from, you know, aiming down sights and shooting your gun. And it just turns me off the sword and shield. What can I say? Anyway, my hang-ups on that side. We are getting close to done. And hey, it's Misery. Hi, Misery. Just gonna spin on your face a couple of times and kill you instantly. Don't mind. There we go. Oh, the Misery. It's really bad for him to be my enemy. As I tend to claw my enemies' faces off when I'm on Valkyr, and it's very fun. I have a lot of fun clawing faces off as Valkyr. Excuse me, sir. Don't sneak up on me like that. You too, especially since you have the potential of one-shotting me. Not while I'm using my claws, of course. That's just crazy. I'm an invincible murder machine when I have my claws out. And I basically will never, ever, 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 ever die because, you know, I murder everything so fast and gain energy orbs that my invincibility period basically never ends. Not that I'm any less invincible without the claws on, because I have an absurd amount of armor, and so my damage reduction is somewhere between 96 and 98. But anyway, enough of that. Looks like we are just about done. So now I need to find myself a convenient Derfixio and exfiltrate. Bonk. These guys will eventually stop spawning, I think. Though I think maybe I have to turn into Derfixio, I'm not sure. But anyway, as I mentioned, there's usually a pretty convenient one nearby the entrance, and what do you know? Here's a pretty convenient one by the entrance. What are you? You are... Your ammo drains slowly. Well, fair enough. Ah. Fortunately, I'm rolling with just battery weapons, and while it does decrease the charge rate of battery weapons quite significantly, not enough that I care. And away we go. So yeah, here's the Vein Thorns. I think on Steel Path you get somewhere between 7 and 12, and on normal you get somewhere between like 5 and 9. Something like that. I haven't checked the wiki since I checked if you needed to turn in multiple ones, and if you got any bonus rewards for doing that. You don't, so I'm not going to. So yeah, that's the new mission, and I need yet more of those Vein Thorns to complete Dagath. And, you know, kind of feeling like I want to do that a little bit. I'm also kind of feeling like I want to do a Duviri Spiral or the Circuit, just because I do need some Pathos clamps, and I always need to do the Circuit. Well, we got Ember and Korra. I'm okay with those, but do we have something that can actually kill people? Hate? Korra Prime with Hate as melee? It is incarnate, and it is an okay weapon all by itself. We can do a bit of the Circuit. Wouldn't mind getting the Angstrom Incarnon. Not that I have the clamps to, you know, install it, but, you know, it's nice to have. I want the option, at least. So yeah, let's just roll in the Circuit for a bit, see how that goes. Oh, that was neat. When I flicked my hair in real life, my hair actually kind of did a hair swoop, which I appreciate. Anyway, what is a good weapon? None is what these are. Ooh. The Eden's not bad either. I've got a pretty good setup for that one, as I recall. Yeah, 100% crit, does a lot of damage, has corrosion on it. That ain't bad. Ooh, and the War. War and Hate, yeah. There's definitely some options in here. None of these guns are good, though, unfortunately. I'll grab this. Probably never shoot it. Gosh. This is actually a tough choice. These are all very good weapons. For melee, at least. I do have a truly absurd crit damage on the Hate because of my Riven mod, though. It's probably the best one to take, especially since it has an incarnate form, which makes it even better. So let's find some melee benefits, shall we? None of these are. That certainly helps survivability. But none of this is murder power. This is not murder power, but it is also very strong and very easily gets crazy. So maybe I'll just take that. And find a way to inflict Colder Toxin, which there's a lot of ways to inflict Colder Toxin, so I'm bullish on that. Anyway, Korra's a pretty good Circuit one. She has, she's got her Strangle Dome, which lets her do defense targets at least modestly well. And then we got Venari, which gives us a little bit of the old survivability. Well, we're starting out with defense. Well, I guess gonna put my credits where my mouth is, I suppose. Fine. If there's one benefit to doing a defense mission, though, it's that you get to find the decree before you start, not during the mission itself. I hear it. It's here. That's one of 3. Let's go find the others, shall we? Yep, there's another. Oink. Now, where is the last one? you over here? Hiding behind the buildings? What about this rocky outcropping? Are you hiding behind the rocky outcropping? No. Are you underneath this? You are underneath this. Huzzah. Alright, let's find something that gives me cold, toxin, or bust my melee. None of these really do. Like salted wound a little bit, but I don't heavy attack very often. This all sucks. Can you give me something good though? No melee buffs whatsoever, huh? I mean, I am gonna be like in the thick of things, so heat damage to nearby enemies is certainly good. Envious economy also not bad given how expensive Strangledome is. I may as well just take the rare one. Oh, not a lot of help from my rerolls that time, unfortunately. We'll just have to deal. Anyway. We'll drop down a Strangledome. Hopefully that ensnares enough people that I won't just, you know, have my, I won't just lose the defense target on round 1. That would suck. Hello, sirs. Hey, my incarnate form's already up. That's lovely. Now, I can heavy attack and start to shoot projectiles with my attacks, which is fun. Yeah, the hate's not bad, but boy does it feel like I need help. I really, like, I'm pretty sure I'm fine with the first level here, but unless I get some truly amazing decrees that'll help out my melee, I don't think I'll be going past another defense mission anytime soon. Also, ow, don't knock me down, you punks. Yeah, my Strangledome fell off. That's probably why. Hey, don't do that. Benari, I'm a little low on hit points. If you could maybe fix that. I'm hurt, Torgal. Heal me. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't like Leech XMSs when I'm pretty much just stuck in melee, and that's kind of my only good option for any sort of damage. No, don't blow up on the defense target, please. Sir, you have too much armor for my taste. And you have fewer shields. Thank you. Bye. Good day, sir. Oh my lord. Why isn't Chris using his gun? Like, that's why. My gun sucks. Ow. Did my incarnate form go off? I forgot. Well, if it did, it's back on now. Oh, Steel Path, why you gotta be so tanky? Everybody got a billion hit points, and they hit like trucks too. If it wasn't for my pet healing me and my armor build, I'd probably be having a way tougher time. Yeah, I just definitely need killing power is what I need. I mean, everything lighting on fire when they're nearby me is nice and all, but you know, it's not quite enough. I need something a little better than randomly setting people on fire, unfortunately. So, how y'all doing today? I'm doing okay. Apparently we're shipping those pandas back to China because they're just not thriving in the zoo for some reason, which, you know, I guess if it's best for the pandas, that's what we should do. Oh yeah, there's also that war thing, which I'm not going to talk about in a public forum, as that's a terrible idea and super depressing, and that's not what we're here for. We're pretty much here to turn our brains off and shoot some mans. That's way more fun than talking about people dying halfway across the world. If I just keep singing, I can avoid some existential dread feelings. Loo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I need a new topic real bad. How about what decrees I'm looking for? I don't know, there's a ton of them. I mean, obviously, since every single one of my hits crits causing cold damage would be exceptionally good here. Also hey, every hit increases your attack speed would also go very, very hard for very obvious reasons. Because, you know, hey, what if I just had plus 90% attack speed on literally all of my attacks forever? Sounds like a good plan. Hey, don't knock me away from the person I'm about to mercy kill, please. It's rude. Thank God this is a first level defense mission, otherwise the defense target would have been dead for a very long time ago, because boy, oh boy, do the later stage defense targets die quickly. Like, super duper duper quickly. Unless you have some really impressive crowd control and damage output, you ain't surviving it. I haven't checked if they have changed it so you get your accumulated rewards if you fail a defense mission. I really, really hope they did, or at the very least, you know, give you the circuit progress, if not the items you pick up from it. I doubt it though, and I didn't read about it in the patch notes, so I'm not super duper eager to test that out right now. That seems a poor choice to just die and lose all of my progress just to test out to see if that still happens, because Yeah, that's a big old pain in the butt, and I'll be honest, I kinda took a break from Warframe after I lost, like, an hour and a half of progress on the circuit, because I got a defense mission and failed it, because the defense target just dies. Are we done? Thank you. Anyway, we're obviously gonna keep going. Give me a better decree, please. Hi! Crit hits deal an extra hit with 80% cold. Amazing. Literally every melee hit now will cause cold status and viral status, which makes them take way more damage. That's going to be super good. Yoink. But anyway, first things first, find the decree fragments. Get your decree. What do we have? Bonus crit? 80% 80% extra damage to people who are inflicted with cold. And everything I hit with melee is inflicted with cold. Yeah! That seems good. Love those little decisions. Let's see how much easier it is to cleave through these guys. Yep. That's feeling a whole lot better. Yes, sirree Bob. God, why does my brain occasionally decide to drag out my grandfather's sayings when I just want to say random things? Like, is it really that deep in my memory? Is he haunting me? Is that what's happening right now? Because, like, I can still hear him say Holy Toledo Junction perfectly in the inflection he used to use. And, like, even when I was 10 and he used those phrases, I was like, boy, that sounds like something only old people would say. Like, Holy Toledo Junction? What are you even saying, Grandpa? But here I am, it's just in my brain. Holy Toledo Junction! I don't know, maybe I can bring it back. Do I want to, though? Is it deserving of that? What if it's secretly racist and I have no idea? It could be. There's several phrases that one of my grandfathers used that apparently turned out to be racist, even though they sounded innocuous, because that's kind of how it works. It's like, oh, that's not supposed to be racist, but because it doesn't sound like it. And then you look in the history of it, and it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't mean a cute animal. That means black people. Oh, that's bad. I had a fun childhood. I guess you could arguably say I'm still having a fun childhood with what I'm choosing to do in my spare time, but, you know. Shut up! It's rude. I'm a very, very mature individual, and if you say otherwise, then you are dumb and smell. And there you have it. Take my definitive sayings, which are objective and forever true. Fear my combination of being extremely childish and also having kind of an impressive vocabulary when I feel like using it. Lo-de-do, I'm rambling, but that's kinda normal for streaming. One might even say it's a necessary part of streaming, because you want to be talking, because otherwise it's boring. And it's kinda boring either way in some ways, because people kinda just ramble on about nothing, or speak in very slow monotones. And let's face it, that's kinda hard to watch sometimes, just like this is. Funnies. God, I need a topic real bad that isn't just, you know, hey, I'm slashing people with a scythe, and ooh, look at that guy. He cut into 2 pieces and exploded into a cold, frosty pile of gore because of all of the cold hits I'm doing, because literally every one of my attacks crit. Because I have a 100% chance to crit with my melee weapon. Oh, it's fun. I do like Duviri for that. Having to make choices on decrees and having a reroll system, having constant interesting choices between your missions and getting stronger it's good. They did real good when they made Duviri. I will never stop singing Duviri's praises. This is a lot of ability strength with my armor. I should probably not turn up my nose at it. It does make the Strangle Dome a fair bit better. So we'll grab that. I will not be like, but it doesn't boost melee, so I don't want it. Only melee boostings. Finishers? Yeah, maybe critical roll instead. Crit damage just means damage because I crit every time I hit something, so, you know. Getting some critical strike after rolling sounds fine. I can't be too upset by flat 40% extra damage. Yeah. Hey, my weapon's definitely it's definitely murdering things real fast, which I appreciate. Things are not lasting long under even a few slashes, even if they have a ton of armor. So that's good. Still, we can make it go even further beyond. Like, you know, every third hit deals guaranteed tox damage would be pretty sweet. Then maybe spreading the status effects to everybody nearby, that'd go pretty hard. Ooh, and of course, melee attacks hit twice would be a godsend. Because, you know, like, oh, what if just everything I did was doubled? That sounds good. Where are the power carriers? I could use the last power cell so that I can finish this excavator and get out of this hell. That would be lovely. And I found one while I was singing it, but I was kind of in the groove and I didn't want to interrupt my weird tunes. Anyway, excavators, they die really easily, but it's fine, it doesn't fail you, so I'm okay with it. Plus it gets you cryotic, which is a thing that I find a pain in the butt to farm, so I'm pretty happy when it shows up in something I'm doing anyway, which is this, the Circuit. I want rewards that are in the Circuit, and if you also give me some cryotic on the side, all the better. Cryotic only comes from, oh my god, you have so much hit points. I hate you, giant scythe wielding man. Anyway, cryotic only comes from excavation missions, and they're not my favorite missions to do. Not even remotely, and boy, some of the requirements on it, especially the Siberis, is just like nuts. It's like, you want me to do how many excavators? That's too many excavators. Why are you requiring this of me? Finally, a power cell, Jesus. Alright, let's get this one rocking and rolling. put up a Strangledome to maybe protect the barrier a little bit, and go kill some mans. Maybe get another power cell. That'd be nice. Hello, mans. I need to kill you. I also can't stress enough how nice it is to just hold down the melee button instead of tapping it over and over. I swear I was getting carpal tunnel syndrome from having to do that. But now I don't have to. I won't have to wear a hand brace. Yay! Everyone liked that. Can I put down another Strangledome? Because the excavator's getting shot at from all angles. And I can only be in one angle at a time while I'm soloing. And I'm always soloing. More or less. Okay. Hey, stop hopping backwards. It's rude. Hello, sirs. I would like this power cell, please. So I can complete this. Excellent. No. Oh my god. Look, giant scythe-wielding man. I need your overshields to be down so that I can chop you to bits. Okay? Hey, off the excavator. It's at half health. You're not allowed. It's almost done, and I really don't want to waste a power cell on recharging its shields. Okay? Okay? Okay. Good. Good lads. Appreciate you. Boop. Get that going. I was almost certain there was a power cell carrier over here, but maybe I was mistaken. Oh god, that's a lot of dudes. Hey, back off the excavator, you punks. Bonk, bonk. I am completely out of energy. That sucks a bit, because I can't put up a Strangledome. In that case, people are just not dropping a lot of energy orbs. And by that I mean any. I haven't gotten a decree that helps out with energy at all. Well, I mean, I got them, but I rejected them because I desperately needed killing power. What to do? I'm just gonna have to wait for more energy, basically. I thought I had Rage on Korra, but maybe I don't. It certainly would help, given that I'm mostly tanking things through health and armor, and therefore, you know, taking health damage and giving you energy means I'll never run out of energy ever, which is the build I use on Valkyr, but I'm at least somewhat sure I had more important things to mod up than energy when I'm getting hit, given that I try not to just get hit for no reason. Anyway, please live for 10 seconds, Mr. Excavator. That would be nice. It's nice I'm having trouble doing finishers, though, because that means everything's dying too fast. Abilities cause corrosive, more crit damage multiplier after rolling. Ugh. This is all bad. Stop giving me bad things. I want the good things. Anyway, maybe this decree will be better. All crits deal extra crit damage is very, very, very good. I'm okay with that. Hey, stop attacking my cat. It's rude. Hello, sirs. I would like to activate my weapon's incarnate form. If you don't mind. Just going to basically cleave through you guys like I have a chainsaw. Melee builds are fun when they pop. The hate incarnate form went through some changes. And I guess if maybe you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about when I say incarnate form, that's maybe you're not wondering, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm desperate for things to ramble about while I'm just holding the E button and cleaving through enemies mindlessly. But anyway, whenever you do a circuit on Steel Path, you can get an Incarnon Genesis, which is a very fancy way of saying you get an item that upgrades a weapon. And yeah, the Hate is one of those weapons, and the Hate is the scythe I'm wielding right now. And it's pretty sweet. The haste when it is when it does its incarnate form. First of all, it does extra damage, just like straight up, ton of extra damage, very nice. But it also shoots a little explodey orb, as you might notice. Those little blue explosion things. It just comes off of the scythe every time I swing it, and it's really nice. And those used to explode in your face and cause you to be staggered, which sucked. But they changed it so that the explosions with your melee weapon no longer stagger you. Which, I'm a little surprised they were like, oh yeah, what if this thing that you swing at close range to hit things that are close range stuns you when you use it at close range? Isn't that a good idea? And that made it to the live version before they were like, wait a second, this sucks, and they changed it in the very next patch. As they should have. Alright, let's see what decrees we've got. Boy, still looking for, like, better stuff. Nourishing Terror would be some nice survivability, at least. More cold? It does basically make me explode viral grenades every time I roll. Which sounds like it would be good. Why am I just stuck on a rolling build? Yes, on this build you dodge roll, and that dodge roll is really good. And I'm like, oh, how do I kill things? Ah, yes, but your dodge roll is really good. Anyway, this guy's a pain in the butt to melee. Let's just be clear about this. He's gonna be unfun. I hope that was his I'm vulnerable now phase and not me, not him just going to that phase naturally because I took too long faffing about and getting the collectibles. Turns out it wasn't. That's phase 1 done. Now we go kill some dudes while avoiding his artillery fire. Hello dudes. You appear to be in need of some murdering. Yeah, we have to kill reinforcements. Got to kill 15 of these dudes before the boss actually becomes vulnerable. Where are they? I don't know. They appear on the mini-map, at least. Sometimes they're in the shield, and I have to just kind of stand in front of this guy's massively damaging chain gun to actually hit him. Not a fan. Not a fan of when that happens, which is happening right now. Yep. Hello. Hiding behind here, rude man. Alright, there we go. Jackal is now vulnerable, and I would like to basically treat this as a Monster Hunter fight and just stay on his back leg so that he can't hit me with his head-on attacks and murder me. Hello, sir. Yeah, run off. How you doing there, Venari? Venari's okay. Hello, folks. Appreciate you not killing me, and instead letting me kill you. Ow. That is not what I wanted you to do. Stop floating in the air, you absolute trash bag. I rolled through that one, but I don't think it liked me rolling through it, because it still got knocked back. It undoubtedly reduced the damage, but still. Why are you all the way over here? How? 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 Also, how? Anyway, it looks like the back left leg is still alive, so let's just slash the crap out of that. Thank you, camera angle. That was very cinematic of you. Alright, survival's very doable. Ooh, venomous touch. That's pretty good. Still really hoping for that attack speed decree, because that makes this build go way harder. Ooh, that also makes the build go really hard, given that every time I hit something it causes cold, and every three times I hit something it causes viral. It causes toxin, which in turn causes viral. So that's going to be really stupid good. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is some. This is a little bit of crowd control now. Appreciate that. I do, however, feel like I might require some more survivability, given that my health is decreasing in rapid order and not going back up very quickly. Venari's a good kitty and all, but she does not make you invincible with her heals. Anyway, it's survival. I found the decree, so basically the only thing to do is to just kill things and make them drop a whole bunch of life support capsules. They lowered the drop rate on those because probably no one in the entire universe used the actual life support drops. because they were just like, what if I just killed things rapidly and forever and got life support that way? And, you know, the game was like, yeah, I mean, that's viable, but what if you need those life support canisters? Like, what about that? Then you're like, I don't need them though. And they're like, but we put them there for you to use. Can't you use them for me? And then everyone was like, no. I'm having way more fun just running through enemies and cleaving them into tiny bits and not having to worry about the objective whatsoever. Anyway, that bit aside, I will eventually probably have to hit one of those life support capsules even if I am constantly murdering things, which, I mean, sure does feel like I'm constantly murdering things. Anything that gets even close, I slash, and then the viral status goes on everything else, along with the cold status, which is slowing them down quite massively, which is definitely helping out my survivability when everything, like, is only going at, like, half speed. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Honestly, the biggest obstacle is just having enough enemies around to kill. There we go, there's a nice bunch I can slash. Yeah, get close to each other so I can do that whole spread stats effects to everyone else thing. That sounds lovely. Oop, that means my weapon needs to swap back to incarnate form, which I just did. Huzzah! Energy Leaf giant scythe guy, man, that's mean. You should not be here. This is what I like about melee builds in Deviri. It's you just kind of walk around and melee everything to death, and it works so well and feels so nice. And I feel like I've got good killing power now, and with that status effect spreads to nearby things, I also feel like I've got some pretty nifty crowd control as well. It's like anything close by to my melee hits, like, get half the statuses I'm affecting them with, and I'm affecting them with a lot. Like a lot. And that's fun. Oop, we finished. Defense. Defense, though. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. I did it, despite my better judgment. Well, this will be a good test of how good my killing power actually is. Strangledome does do an okay job at defending the point, but it's definitely not... It's not a Frost Dome or anything like that. Let's just say it as it is. Where is the last fragment? There we go. Give me something good. Attack speed. That's good. Yeah, just double all of the damage I'm doing. Sounds pretty good. That could be a difference maker. We'll have to see. But all my energy goes into Strangledome pretty much, and now we just kill people. Kill anybody who gets anywhere close. Oh god, they're so spread out. gonna be rough. My only real hope is to just hope enough people get caught by the Strangle Dome and to reduce its damage. And everyone else, I just murder. I mean, like, so far it's okay-ish, kinda? I mean, I'm killing things with, like, 2 or 3 shots, so it ain't bad so far. I just need to make sure the objective lives. Just make sure I'm killing the big clusters of enemies as soon as I spot them. And preferably kill the Eximus who are immune to my crowd control as a priority. Hey, stop shooting the point. Alright. We got through that with it mostly intact. Gotta kill those Thrax guys. They are definitely a huge source of damage. Absolutely huge. And I gotta keep an eye on my Strangle Dome timer as well, because I gotta make sure it goes up the second it goes down. Okay. Don't knock me away. You're very briefly interrupting my very long killing spree, and I can't afford to be even briefly interrupted. Hello, Mr. Eximus. Please die now. I need you to be dead so that your immunity to status effects doesn't let you just shoot the point with total impunity. This tune is not actually functioning very well. Oh well. Anyway, scary as a late defense mission is, I think this is going okay. Hey, no lasering the point while you're invincible. Punk. I wouldn't mind it if, like, inflicting status effects restored health, because I'm inflicting, like, 4 every time I hit something with a melee attack. I think that would up my survivability by a fair whack, I would wager. And you know, killing power is very important for the defense missions, but that doesn't mean I don't need a little bit of survivability. Because if I die, my damage output goes down substantially. This and other pro gaming tips here at Christie Gaming. Ow. Also, don't just stand in grenades. They will knock you over and it will suck. Okay. We got through that one fine. Pretty happy. Let's get a nice thing. More crits. Stable stance is pretty nice. Basically makes you immune to knockdown. I thought I heard a decree fragment around here. I do not see it, though, unfortunately. unfortunately. Maybe down there's one. Just grab that with just as much gusto as I can. I'll just look around for the other ones. Hopefully find some Vitaplast while I'm doing that. I hear the telltale hum of a decree fragment. There it is. Grab that. And search for the last one. It's gotta be somewhere. Let's see, don't hear it anywhere around here. But where on earth could it be? Hey, out of my way. I'm busy. Looking for fragments. Maybe it's under the bridge. Sometimes it hides under there and I miss it. Not under there, nope. Did I check over here? I don't feel like I checked over here. There you are, hiding on the edge of the world like a little thing. More crit chance? More crit damage is fine. Not causing corrosion at any point. I guess just 20% more damage is good. Also, ow. You killed me. Yeah, I need to think about survivability a bit. Because I'm dying. Oh yeah, and also when you heal, they added a nifty little graphic where your health bar turns a little bit green to show you, hey, this is how much you healed. Isn't that absolutely nifty? Bet you like that amount of healing. And generally you do, because it's healing, and healing means you live longer, and living longer means you live longer, so that's kind of just a good thing in general, unless you're a millennial, I suppose. Just millennials want to kill themselves joke. It never gets old. Never gets old in the same way I never get old. In fact, in that it has, and I am. Hey, go away. I'm hiding so that I can deliver my Vitoplast without getting killed. Worth it. Worth jumping off the edge of the world to get the big Vitoplast orb. No one can tell me otherwise. Go away, sirs. I have a rupture to close. I guess while they're being sucked into a vortex, it's probably a good time to do that. Do I have enough? Oh, come on! That close. You're gonna doom it. You're gonna be that way. You're gonna be that way. They're starting to hit real hard. It's going to be a little bit meh. Ground slam? I mean, I do occasionally ground slam. It is attack speed, and I did say I wanted that. I'll do it because I can't fail it. Unless I die 8 times, which, if I do, I deserve to lose all my rewards, frankly. La da da da. This would help a little with my energy. It's probably okay, honestly. Load a two. Alright, I was sort of hoping to find a power cell before I popped the excavator, but I didn't, so that's life. Probably gonna lose an excavator or two to people just shooting it from really far and not being anywhere close to the Strangle Dome, but that's the price you pay for doing a melee-centric build like this one. It's a lot harder to make sure things at range die, unsurprisingly. Oh, you're just so full of pro tips, Chris? Oh my god. What would we do without your sage Warframe advice of if all of your damage comes from melee, you'll struggle with enemies that attack at range? What indeed would we do? Let's see if I can't fire a few explosions out there and protect the Strangle Dome, that protects the thing that way. Oh, come on. Lame. I was about to put another thingy into it. Also, I'm dying. That's also pretty lame. Sorry. I'm hurt, Torgal. I need some healing. Thank you. I died. Oops. That sucked. And came awfully suddenly. I think that guy just meleeed me once in the face and I died from it. It did like 600 damage or something nonsense like that. Yep, that's gonna just happen a lot, isn't it? I'm going to need that decree where you get overshields from melee kills. That will help out a lot. But yeah, I mean, when they're, what level are you now? Hold still. 992, yeah, on Steel Pass. You start feeling a lot more fragile. I don't blame myself too much for dying when the enemies have hit level 992. I'm not going to call myself a baddie for falling over when they're this strong. You can call me a baddie, but, you know, I won't take it very seriously. Or maybe you're a Warframe expert, and maybe you're just like, I can kill level, like, 50 bajillion enemies on Steel Path with no problem at all, and I wouldn't be caught dead dying at, like, anything below level 3000. And you know what? Good on you. You're a good Warframe player. I'll never deny you that, my dude. Oh, I almost don't want to turn this power cell in and refresh its shields because it feels so close to dying. Stop it, you buggers. Oh my god. And you, stop turning into invincible dudes that float around and I can't kill. I lost the excavator and then I died. Again. And then I died a second time, but more substantially. I am dealing some pretty absurd damage when I red crit. Ow! Wow, you hit hard. Oh my god. Does one of you want to drop a power cell I can use? There's one. Hey. Lovely to have you. I would like to pick up your power cell. I would like to pick up your power cell. Give me your power cell. God. It's like standing in a massive vacuum. Like, makes it hard to do things or something. Weird. Hello. Oh my god, you killed me again. How am I supposed to kill you with melee attacks if you shoot me before I get into melee? I know that sounds like a me problem, but I'd like to make it a you problem, ideally. Also, I should be doing more power strikes because they are boosted. And you, get rid of all that armor. Oh my god! How much health do you have? Ow. Stop. Yes, I'm aware the enemy destroyed my excavator. I knew what I was getting into. I knew this would be a giant pain in the butt. Nothing I can do about it now. I just have to grit my teeth and get through it. And so ideally I would like another power cell. Thank y'all. And then tap the last excavator. Now in theory, it only needs to survive for a wee bit for me to succeed here. So hopefully I can manage to have it live for a wee bit. Ow! Stop! Oh my god. You and your absolutely nonsense amount of hit points. Forget what I said about making the excavator survive. I need energy. There's some. Alright, that helps a little bit. Okay, now we can actually put down a strangle dome. Ugh. It'd help if I had an efficiency decree, but I just can't afford to get something that isn't damage or survivability at this point. It just don't work that way. Ugh. Stop shooting the shield down like immediately from a billion yards away. It's rude. You're rude. Ah! You and your highly increasing Gorgon damage too. Stop it. Just stop. Greedy heals pretty good. It's not the status effect one I was hoping for, but 10% of your... I got one tapped from full health. You'll have this. Yeah, I'm gonna need to keep on the move, I believe. Alright. Let's find those decree fragments. Nope, not here. Ow. Stray bullet nearly murdered me. That was fun. Yeah, having some armor is not working when they one-shot me from full. And I'm playing very sloppily in operator form as well. I hear the decree fragment, I just don't see it. There it is. It's up top. Alright, well, we'll get there, I guess. There's another? Yeah, there's another. Oh god. Okay, well, I'm meant to parkour to that one first, obviously. That's why I got it first, so, you know. There's that. I mean, Nourishing Terror is good, but my problem is I'm just getting one-tapped, is the thing? Maybe I just need to always be hitting someone, and that'll solve my problems. Maybe it will. Oh, hi, Vor. Boy, I hate you. There's a good chance you might take a life off of me, which I don't like. Hello, could you die for me? It would be appreciated. Hey, we lived! Hooray! Ow, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. There's the attack speed I was looking for the entire time. A little late. Alright, so the Jackal's not going to be a pushover by any stretch of the imagination. I gotta watch out for his forward mounted chain gun for sure. And not get hit by artillery strikes. If I can avoid that, this should be at least relatively easy. And I won't die until like the ads come out. And you know, they start to they swarm me and there's too many bullets for me to feasibly dodge everything. Where's that last fragment? Still would really love to see that melee kills give overshield decree. That'd be pretty tight. Doubling my damage is pretty great too, though. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let's clear off your defenses and hit you a bunch. And I think that was... I broke one of the legs? I hope so. Anyway, let's direct the artillery strikes away from his body so I don't get hit by a stray one. Smack his face and send him on his way. Bye! Hi, Benari. Let's go! Let's go kill some dudes. Ow. Yeah. Sort of expected I would get winged by the billion people who are attacking me all at once. Ow. Okay. That... I didn't expect to die mid-roll there, gotta admit. Could you maybe be killed in short order so I revive? Thank you, appreciate that. Appreciate that, a great deal. Let's chop up one of your legs and call it a day. Thank y'all. quietly redirect the artillery strikes away. That'll be lovely. Bonk. Whew, okay. Hey Venari, could you maybe swap to healing? That would help. I'm going to drop a Strangle Dome down as well, so I'm not a sitting duck. Still feel like a sitting duck, gotta be honest. Oh well. Just need to get in there and they'll probably die. Okay. That's all of them. That's good to hear. Alright, now I just have to not get chain gunned to death and everything should be hunky-dory. Ooh, that was a much longer dash than I thought it would be. Anyway, bye! Okay. Survival. God, we're so close to tier 9. It's doable. I just have to not die. How hard is that? Hey, there's Smoldering Strike. It's one of those ones I was kind of hoping to get way earlier. But having my attacks do extra fire damage sounds lovely. Ow. Ow, stop. All of you, please. Oh god, it hurts. Stop. You know what? I take back what I said about survival being doable. To be honest. Feeling less doable the more I'm in it. Now where's those decree fragments? I continue to need help. There's one. Standing in the middle of nowhere, perched on the very precipice of oblivion. Okay. He's played Darkest Dungeon, or at least watched a Let's Play of it. That's cool. Yeah, everything is one-shotting me. It's a little rough. My only solace is that there's enough enemies to get back on my feet at least relatively easily. Are you kidding me? One stray shot from God knows where knocked me down onto my butt. Ow. Okay, then I was lazy. Ugh. Decree, please. Anything. It's fine. I now have a truly absurd amount of attack speed, which can help a lot, as long as I'm not killed in one hit, like that. Hello, sirs. If you could just stand still for me, so I can kill you. I would appreciate that a great deal. God. Ow. I feels like I made a mistake and I should have been looking for armor boosting things and not healing things, but a bit late now, ain't it? Oh, come on, I can't even parkour my way to safety right now. It's ridiculous. They hit so hard. Thank God for Last Stand. Holy butts. Alright. I'm just gonna pop both of these, because it's not going to be wasted, because I'll get the full benefit out of both. And why not? I'll use the survivability that they give me. And I'll just hide in a corner until the timer runs out, because that's all I have to do now. Hi, Venari. Actually, what does defense do? Ow, ow. Okay, they found me. Hi. I guess I should have, like, paid some attention to the radar, and I wouldn't have been surprised by that. But that's crazy talk, clearly. Oh god, just in the middle of murdering everything, I jump once and then immediately die. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, come on now. This is absurd. Guess I better take my invincibility frames while I get them, huh? Oh god, come on now. Need to be able to hit things. Alright, I think this is a good time to dip. Yeah, seemed like a good time. Still, I made it to rank 9, so I'm pretty proud of that. But I was dying real fast, real often, which is what happens when they're level 2000. As it turns out. But now I get to bask in the spoils. Let's do that. Yes, let it wash over you. Spoils, yes. Alright, and all I have left now is to... Well, is there something good? The Tenet Detron. Is that good? I sort of forget if it's good. The Cycron's amazing, but what's the Detron? Let's go check. Oh yeah, the kind of weird hand shotgun. I remember that. It's just okay. Has some ammo issues. Kind of runs out before you can really kill much of anything with it. Anything good, dear? Could do the Vault Guardians, maybe. Kind of running out of things I want to do right now. I mean, we can try to get the Angstrom. Maybe it'll actually make my Prisma Angstrom good and usable. Though I'm not counting on it. Alright. Good old Excal Umbra. Let's get going. Wukong would also be a very strong choice, don't get me wrong. The Dorklave. I haven't built that yet, so I don't have a good one. The Azathane, however, I have built, and I'm pretty sure I have a very nice one. Yeah. We'll go with that. Phage, Hema. I mean, Hema's okay. I really wish one of my tricked out weapons would show up, but, you know, I wish for a lot of things I don't get. What's my strong thing? Basically just the Detron. Lucinia's Suffering isn't bad, but something that helps with shooting things. Ranger's Reload helps with shooting things. That's pretty good. Basically never have to worry about reloading ever. Starting out with defense, eh? Alright. Well, I'm gonna need to make sure I get some killing power because I have no way of defending a point as Excal. So let's go find some decree fragments and get strong. Well, if there's a mercy, it means that I won't get another defense mission for a while. Hello? Yes. I mean, I've got a good secondary and a good melee weapon. I shouldn't be struggling too much here, but I guess I'll see. Streamlabs crashed. That was fun. That was not fun. Also, my bitrate is terrible right now. So maybe I should take that as a sign I should stop for a bit. Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a teeny little bit. I have been going for a while. Yeah, we're not going back in there. You know what? I'm going to do an Abyssal Zone and call it a stream. Is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna finish that up. And I'll send you to somebody whose bitrate is more stable. That sounds good. I'm not sure if it was Twitch or my Streamlabs that destroyed my stream for a brief moment there. But I didn't like either of them. Anyway, I'm going to unwind with a nice, simple Abyssal Zone with my trusty Fulman. Where I can, you know, choose the weapons I get to roll out with, and the Warframe I get to play with. Imagine! Deviri is great, but it is also easily the content that produces the most salt I have in this game. Well, that may not be true. Arbitration might be the thing that produces the most salt in this game for me. But it's fine, I deal. And we're gonna get back to having fun with the video game that's supposed to be fun. in many ways. Hello, sirs. Oh my god. Screw your rollers and the roller you rolled in on. Is all I gotta say about that. It's kind of funny the head of the mace spins. It's like a wind-up toy. Hello. Lovely to see you. This is an exterminate mission, so if you would all just please line up for headshots. We can all get this done quickly, and no one has to get annoyed at anyone. We can have a nice, orderly mission where nobody gets yelled at. Excellent. Would you please show your head a little more, Mr. Nox? I'd appreciate that. Noxes. We hate them so much because of their 90% damage reduction if you don't headshot them. It's a little silly, but, you know. I guess I can't fault them too much for, like, wanting an enemy that you could just shoot in the head and be done with. Excuse me, Mr. Pupper, will you stop biting my butt? It's rude. It's rude to summon the puppers that bite my butt. Lo-do-do-do. Rah. A little surprised I haven't found a single Defixio yet, but I'll speak of the devil, I guess. Don't hunker down trying to ambush me, sir. Drain health. We are really far from the exit right now. I'm not interested in carrying that and being stuck with just my secondary for that long. I'm sure we'll find one closer to the exit, probably. At least there's a fairly good chance we will. Hi. I'm just gonna strip your armor really quick. I don't want to deal with having to headshot your incredibly broad shoulders. Oh, the first stalker came up. Wonder which one he'll be. Misery? Torment? Mania! You like to summon dudes. That's cute. Where are you? You're right there, right next to me. That was sudden. I would like you to have less armor and less life. That's great. Let's have both of those happen. Excuse me, sir. I need to shoot your head, so if you don't mind, could you not flail around? Thank you. Alright, we've killed half of them, and now the real fun starts. Now, Earth, half of everything's an Eximus. Yay, Eximus, we love those! Melee Valkyrie? I mean, yeah. I could melee. That'd be fun. I'm not saying that I, you know, do everything perfectly, you know, perfectly optimal. Like, in theory, I could just spin through the entire level and just, you know, murder everybody with my Valkyr claws, but sometimes, you know, sometimes I don't wanna. Sometimes I want to fire my gun and just feel invincible, and that's all I want to do. All I want to do is have some gun. And I've got the feeling I'm not the only one. Sir, be mercy killable, thank you. If you could just stick your heads out, I would appreciate you working with me. That would be lovely. Thank you. Bonk. Alright. I gotta say, the Abyssal Zone mission is fun. I do love the very creepy organ music in the background. And with the new enemy highlights, it does kind of make it feel like I'm like in a horror movie or some nonsense. You know, a horror movie where I'm, you know, basically invincible and can kill anything that even looks at me funny if I care to. But, you know, if you're gonna be the protagonist in a horror movie, being the heavily armed one that can kill anything that looks at you funny is probably the one you want to be. Although, they tend to be the ones that get guaranteed to be killed off during that said horror movie, because it's like, oh, well, they take out all the drama from it. And, you know, fair. Hey, don't do that. I'm sorry, did someone steal my Fulman? Am I going to have to absolutely claw your face off for that? I am. You know, I don't make the rules. I just come up with them on the fly and decree them to be. Oh, it's Misery. Hello, Misery. Would you like to come within claw range at some point? That'd be fun. Also, I'm failing at parkour here. A little hard to control when all I'm doing is spin slashing. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta make sacrifices to claw everything to death. That's what I always say. I don't know what it is about this last patch that occasionally makes me switch to the Parazon when I'm kind of hoping to switch to, you know, a gun. But I do. It's weird. Anyway, we have killed our requisite number of dudes. I think it is time to head for an exit. Also, stop shooting me in the back. It's rude. Anyway, it's time to find one of those extremely evil thingamadooters, the Defixios, and leave. Whoa! Hi, Blitz Xmas, that I would prefer not to see. Now, there was a plan to level up my melee weapon at some point, but I don't know. After that last circuit and the miserable failure that it was, I just want to kill things. I don't want to make things harder on myself. I just want to have a nice, calm murder session. Is that so much to ask? Guess it depends on who you ask, huh? Alright, there has to be a Defixio somewhere around here. I haven't heard somebody whispering me to be like, hey, over here, I know where a Defixio is. I don't know why I'm adding an R to that. It's defixio, not derfixio. I'm not sure what my brain's doing there. Am I hearing one? I'm not. Unless it's like up here, but I'd be surprised. Alright. Don't think there's one in this room. Let's look in some sideways. Right here at the exit? That'd be nice. No. Alright, fine. I can't just sleepwalk through this one then. Shall we try then? Alright. Let's keep an eye out for some crouched dudes and an ear out for, you know, lamentable screams of the recently damned. That'll be a really good indication that there's a defixio around. Hi. Oh, it's in this room, you say. Thanks for the info. Yeah, there's one right there. Health drains steadily. Well, I guess we'll just deal with this. Hi, Sandy. My cat has decided that it is lap time now. And if I have a problem with that, it's too bad. It's okay, I don't mind. It's just gonna make it so that I can only use one arm. And right now, it's the arm I use to move my camera with, if you're wondering what the heck is up with this camera angle. Oop. There's another person? There is another person, hi. The curse is real. I mean, it's true. I am losing health steadily. Hi, okay, sweetie. I'm aware that it is getting somewhat close to foods time. But I also need you to not smack your tail into my face repeatedly, if you don't mind. Okay? I feel my argument is falling on deaf ears with my cat. But anyway, I've been streaming for 3 hours. I think that's enough. A little tired of Warframe. And I have nothing to do but grind Vein Thorns right now, and that doesn't sound very entertaining. So maybe I'll just, maybe I will just call it for the moment. And just thank you for watching. I really appreciate you showing up and watching, and I'll be around tomorrow for whatever the heck I do Thursday. It's kind of up to me. Maybe Against the Storm, maybe it'll be Sunless Sea, maybe it'll be more Warframe, maybe I'll decide, hey, what if I just streamed farming my Warframe bits for 5 hours? What's wrong with that? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, either way, have a lovely evening or day or whatever. I'm gonna go feed my cat, so take care. Peace.